people really thought that African Americans were immigrants? Yeah, I know y'all lying. Don't immigrants go like on their own? If they go to a particular country on their own accord, because they may be trying to get away from whatever. We ain't come here because we wanted to be here. We still don't want to be here. Hell, we hoping that they maybe put us out and send us somewhere. But what do y'all mean y'all thought we were immigrants? Immigrants? Y'all know the story of how we got here? Do that make sense? Like, this world is so disillusioned about African Americans. We're descendants of Africa, but we've been here for hundreds of years. We're not first generation, second generation, third generation, fourth generation, fifth generation. Like, we've been here. We built this country. The foundation of this country is built by African Americans. We didn't come here because we want to be here. Like, what are y'all talking about? Y'all thought we were immigrants. Immigrants? Who? Where? Immigrants? I got papers to prove I ain't no immigrant. Like, some of the stuff that I hear on social media is correct. Like, for real, y'all thought we were immigrants. Come on now. Stop playing. We don't want to be here now. Get us out of here.
Y'all know when Latinos and Hispanics be like, Black Americans are next? They really thought that Black Americans are immigrants. And that explains why they voted the way they voted. They try to get us up out of here. But I gotta say to the Latino community, not only did your ESL classes, but the American educational system failed you tremendously. Because Black Americans are not immigrants and we're not going anywhere. And this is how ill-informed they are. They really think because they're in the middle between black and white that they're white adjacent. When that's far from the truth. It's only 3 categories that's broken down in this country. You have white Americans, you have non-whites, and you have Black Americans. The people in the middle, y'all just extras in this movie. The main characters are the white Americans and the Black Americans, and sometimes the Native Americans make a guest appearance. This country spent too much money, trillions of dollars, in painting black people as the bad guys. That's the default. To even get rid of Black Americans. As sad as that may sound. And you know who's catching on quick, who's learning the game real quick? Africans and Caribbeans. That's why they're cosplaying as Black Americans. They're not cosplaying as Black Americans to trick us Black Americans. They're doing it to trick white Americans because they don't want to be deported.
Now people are saying that Latinos didn't know that Black Americans are not immigrants. Child, I just don't even know what to say. I don't know what to say to that. It makes sense though, because the narrative that I've always heard about, why don't Black Americans have the same drive or take initiative, or, the narrative that we're lazy, even though we worked here for free. Like, didn't you know that? Didn't you know that our ancestors worked for free for hundreds of years? Like, I thought that was common knowledge, but I guess it's not. Like, this is really bad. If this is the case, why do you even need to take away critical race theory? People don't know it now. Might as well leave it in place. They don't know it right now. They don't even know the history of Black people in America. I just don't even know what to say at this point. It's way worse than I thought it was. But I do feel like Paul Mooney, that people are getting their Negro wake-up call, but in Spanish. They Latin wake-up call, they Hispanic wake-up call, because they learned it now.
Black people are tired of being a bank where everyone keeps making withdrawals and no one ever makes a deposit. And I want you to think about that. If that was your setup, would you still want to give? Especially for those of us in the Hispanic community, because it's about patterns that we've inherited and the harm that we've ignored. Me, myself, I'm Puerto Rican. I've seen how anti-Blackness and colorism still show up in our homes, in our language, in our media, in our families, In many families, darker skin is treated like a disadvantage. When solidarity is needed, hesitation shows what's been internalized, and too many of us were raised to believe that aligning with Blackness meant losing something: safety, opportunity, acceptance. And we were taught the proximity to whiteness would protect us, that staying quiet was safer. So if we don't unlearn that, we end up repeating the same harm we say we stand against. So disengagement is not okay. What's happening to immigrant communities right now is devastating. I'm not taking away from that, and it does deserve compassion and support. But a good portion of that fear didn't come from distant forces, and it came from within our own communities. I've spoken out because I've watched people I know support systems that were never created for us to begin with. Systems that weren't designed to protect us, only to use us when it's convenient. So while I've raised my voice, I also know too many that have stayed silent, or worse, they chose power. We don't get to ask for empathy if we're unwilling to confront the harm our silence helped protect. And contrary to popular opinion, holding each other accountable isn't betrayal. It's how we begin to heal. So to the Black women and men that are saying we've poured into everybody and got nothing back, you're not wrong. You've carried movements, you've carried communities, you've carried generations without rest, without complaint, without question. And we cannot undo the silence that already has happened, but we can take responsibility for what happens next. I think people are not realizing we have way more similarities than differences, and we have more power together than we do apart. So look to your Black brother or sister, look at them and say thank you, and I see you. Simple as that. Strike up a conversation, get to understand, because that's all they're asking for, to be seen and to be appreciated for all that they do.
It's very sad that one thing that every race have in common is disliking Black people. That's the one thing that every freaking race have in common, is disliking us. But another thing they have in common is using us for our money and our sympathy and empathy. Because Blacks, let me set y'all straight. Y'all feel sorry for people too fast and too much and at the wrong time. Y'all always, because I see some of y'all saying that the things that we saying we shouldn't be saying. Stop feeling sorry for people and stop letting them use your religion against you. Stop letting them use that God that they gave you against you. That's so weird to me. Y'all don't understand that the empathy and sympathy that y'all do have is been programmed. This is why you wind up feeling sorry for your enemies half the time, bruh. This is why you wind up feeling sorry for people that will not go into bed for you at all, not one time, not one bit. You wind up feeling sorry for people that wouldn't do for you that you would do for them. So you start turning on your own people. The one thing those other races do have in common, they stick together. No matter right or wrong or indifferent, they will stick together. But they'll find something weak in us, which is a lot, to make us turn on each other, okay? And start saying, yeah, well, y'all shouldn't be saying that about them people. I feel bad. Yes, we feel bad that it's happening. But you think we about to go in front line because we feel bad? Baby, it take a little bit more feeling bad than for me to get up out there. So at the end of the day, if we're next, we sitting there, we understanding what we need to do. Huh? We ready. Be blessed.
Have you ever wondered why there's such a big divide between African Americans and Latinos in the US? Let's talk about it. First, it's important to realize that this division is often pushed by the elite to keep us separated. When communities are divided, it is so much easier for those in power to stay in control. Surprise, surprise. In reality, African Americans and Latinos share so many common struggles. Both communities have faced systemic oppression and have had to fight for their civil rights and equality in this country. And instead of fighting against the people who have oppressed us, we fight amongst each other exactly like they want us to. Now, of course, it is important to acknowledge that there are prejudices on both sides. But focusing on these divisions only hurts our cause. When we come together, we have a stronger voice to stand up against oppression. I really just made this video because I'm so tired of hearing this discourse amongst African Americans that, what's going on with ICE isn't our fight. Like, I just don't understand how anybody could say that when we know that if they go after one group, it's not going to be long until they go after another. We've seen that time and time again.
No, because what do you mean that you thought Black people, like Black American people, like descendants of enslaved people of America, the United States of America, okay? We're immigrants. Like that's up there with y'all trying to make Juneteenth, or like trying to say that Juneteenth is a diasporic holiday and not like a specifically Black American descendant of enslaved peoples, particularly Texas, holiday. Like, are y'all okay? Like, I'm really sitting here just trying to understand the thought process that goes into that. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, granted, like, completely understand, like Black people in the large screen, they are not from here.
All right, folks, thank you so much for clicking on this video. Thank you so much for always come back to watch our video. I really appreciate. If you are new here, I am Fikazo, and don't go without subscribing and give this video a thumbs up. Now, we're talking about Latinos versus Black community. There have been these things that came up that Black people are not supporting Latinos in their deportation struggles. We know that Latinos are being deported back to their countries because they vote against their own interest. Now, that happened, but the Latinos have never seen the support from Black people. That's what they claim. And then after claiming that, they said, Black people, you next. You going to be deported. Now, I ask myself, does really Latinos know the Black history? Does really Latino knows what Black people have passed through? Does real Latino think that Black people are immigrants like them? Black people are descendants of this country. They are not immigrants. So they don't know anything about Black history. They just go out and talk about Black people are next to be deported. But before you say that, guys, you should go back and learn the history of Black community, so that you can know exactly why Black people, why Black Americans are in the United States. So you should know that before saying that. Now, the claiming of not supporting the Latino community. Now, Latinos are saying, we supported you in your struggles. We supported you in your, many struggles that the Black community have faced. Latinos are claiming that we've been there for you guys, but you've never been here for us. Now, let me ask the Latinos community, what do you want Black people to do? So do you want Black people to go and stop DT to deport you guys? Do you want Black people to go and stop ICE to deport you? Do you want Black people to go against the rules and regulations? There is nothing Black people can do here. Because you guys, you should have saved you first. You should have saved your community first instead of waiting on for the Black people to come and save your community. Because there is nothing Black people can do. These things, they are beyond the ability of Black people. They are beyond the ability, they are beyond of what Black people can do. Going on the streets, that's what you want Black people to do. It's not going to change anything. Whether you go on the street, whether you don't, it's not going to change anything. On my behalf, I'm not here talking on all behalf of Black people. No way. I'm not here talking on all Black Americans. I'm talking as myself. What I think. So it means Black people, man, they cannot do anything. That's what I believe. So there is no need of you Latinos coming out and say Black support, because yes, you've never seen Black support. Really? Man, Black people have been fighting for all the communities. But when it comes to this thing, when it comes to this this ICE, there's nothing Black people can do. Because they are not the ones who choose the rules and regulations. Black people cannot go against the ICE because it will look like fighting the administration. That's why I'm saying that it's beyond the Black powers. And another thing, it's illegal immigrants. Now let me ask you guys, which country in this entire world that can allow illegal immigrants? It's none. No any country in the entire world that can allow illegal immigrants. If you're an immigrant, you follow rules and regulations. You don't go against like that country's rules and regulations. You have to follow the rules of immigration. So it means also black people cannot fight things which is wrong, because illegal immigrants is wrong. It's not in the right way. I know. The country and immigration is like this, but that's what DT have decided. And you guys, you were in the position to change this, but you didn't do anything. You vote against your own interest. So what are you expecting black people to do for you? If you don't love yourself, do you expect others to love you? No way. If you don't put yourself as a priority, do you want others to put you as a priority? Because everyone have their own fights. So if you don't make yourself as a priority in your life, in your decisions, why do you want other people to make you priority? Which is impossible. So don't come out and say, black people have never supported us, have never showed us. No way. Black people, yes, they are saying they are minding their own businesses. Because you Latino also, you've never showed up. I know some showed up. I'm not talking all Latinos. And one person doesn't mean the whole community. One black person doesn't mean the whole black people community. One Latino doesn't mean the whole Latinos. But if we're saying the truth, if we tell ourselves the truth, there is nothing black people can do here. Because we cannot go on the streets. You know what can happen? Black people have learned their lesson. So it is time of minding their businesses. So if a Latino doesn't like themselves and vote against their own interest, so what are you expecting? It's not far. It's been I can call it even few days, few weeks, few months. You guys, you had the right to choose the right way of your community, but you've never done that. So what are you expecting for black people to do? Now, Latinos, they felt betrayed by black people. But what you forget is, black people have been fighting all along. And they fought alone. No one supported. No one have done anything for them. So what are you expecting for black people to do? Black people have built this country. Black people have fought for this country. Black people have been fighting all along. So it is their time to know exactly what they can do. Because you Latinos, you're not supposed to tell black people what to do. It's your fight. Just fight your own battles. As black people did and do and always do. Because you people, you felt more like privileged. I always say this. You felt more like privileged than the black people. You felt more like you are the priority than the black people. So now why do you want the black support? Tell me in the comment section, what do you think this whole topic, because it's make people talk. People are talking. Latinos are talking. Black people are talking. So it is time to learn. I would love all our community to come together. I would love to see the united community, like of blacks, of Latinos and other communities. They unite because the unity is the one that builds like a strong team. They're supposed to build a strong team. But there's a lot of and big differences between these communities, which doesn't bring them together, which doesn't bring them closer, which always separate them because the benefits are different. Yes, the benefits are different. Black people have been pushed down. They've been fighting to raise their heads. No one supported. So what do you want Latinos? So when you claim the lack of support of black people, remember also black are claiming lack of support from you guys, from you Latinos. So you Latinos, you should love yourself first. And then after loving yourself, claim others to love you. Yes. Because you hate yourself. If you vote against your own interest, it means, man, you hate yourself. So you're supposed to love yourself before anything else, before anyone else, so that you will, other people will love you. But you don't love yourself. So what are you expecting people to do? So whether you felt betrayed, whether you've never seen a black support, remember that black people have never seen your support too. That's why I always tell you. So if you feel people to support you, you need to support them. You need to show up for them, but you've never showed up. So blacks aren't looking to be, seen or appreciated by, Latino community. You should focus on yourself and focus to improve the unity, first of all, in Latinos, because there's no unity there. You claim that Cubans are the one that voted against their own interest, that voted deporting immigrants. That's what Latinos claim. Okay? Like the Mexican are saying, Cubans are the one caused this. And this one are claiming that this one. So it means there is no unity in the Latinos community, which are supposed to be there. So that's the first thing you should build. That's the first thing you should just build. You build that connection. You build it. And then after building it, other communities will admire you and will need your support, like the way you need the other community support. So in this moment, there is nothing that black people can do just not to be deported, because you voted for that. Why is it very hard to understand? You voted to be deported and you want black people to fight for you not getting deported? It's very hard to understand. All right, tell me in the comment section what do you think about this. Tell me what do you think about this tension between these two communities, because the black community have voted to protect you guys, but you voted, to deport yourself. So there is nothing people can fix here, because you're the one who caused all this. So you're pointing fingers to others, but you should point fingers to yourself and say, we're the one to solve this, because we're the one who caused all this to you and your community. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching till here. Tell me in the comment section what do you think about this tension between these two communities, and let's keep a conversation in the comments below. Thank you so much. Let's meet in the next one.